Pump. So, right about now, I like to do something a little new to the program called the stupid news, the stupid sports news that make you go, what the hell? But I tell you what, before we get into what the hell, let's get into a rap album. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. What up, what up? It's your boy Big Vern. And we pushing another rap album this month. Light Years, Nas and DJ Premier in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorite on the track is My Life is Real. Ooh, yeah, My Life is Real. Get ready. Get ready is dope. That backspin they put in there, New York State of Mind Part 3 to Billy Joe. Oh my God. If you would have told me in 2025, we would have been still talking about a Nas album. Come on. Madman, Writers. Writers is really a salute to the graffiti artists of yesteryear and right now. And either continent. It is dope. It is dope. Son, Young Kings, it's time. My story, your story. AZ and Nas still got it. I think when you go and look at the duos of hip hop, whether it be Method Man, Redman, whether it be Eminem and Royce the 5'9", AZ and Nas is in that category too. You know, Styles P, Jada, man, come on. Junkie and Third Childhood. Yo, Light Years by Nas and DJ Premier in stores now. Yo, shout out to Nas, shout out to DJ Premier, still doing a thing, Light Years. Make sure you go get it. Pete Carroll has been fired in Vegas, but is he to blame? Again, like I told you all, this is a huge show. We got to go ahead and get through all of the firings. We got to look behind and see who's the players that are behind everything right now. It only took one season for Al Davis and Company Jr. to find out that they didn't want to see whatever this was again. At 3-14, what was this supposed to look like? They have arguably the most dynamic running back out of the NFL draft in his rookie season. You've got an aging Gino Smith, and then you had Chip Kelly, who was just awful on all accords. Now, I don't know why people keep hiring this man, because I just don't know. I mean, yeah, he's forgotten more football than I personally know. However, I kind of doubt that to the certain degree where, yeah, he's run that scam on a lot of people. So we're not even going down that road. But the Raiders this year, with him as the play caller, they looked uninspired. It was pretty much grinding to a halt. They're last in almost every category other than defense. Offensive side of the ball is a complete dumpster fire. Now, was he doomed from the start? Because there was bad hires and horrible roster additions that plagued the Raiders. Now, whose idea was it to hire Chip Kelly? Because if it was Pete's idea, then yeah, we need some answers. The reason I asked this is because they're getting compensatory picks in the draft, and compensatory just means that you lost more better players than you actually acquired. So the talent walked out of the door, but you didn't retain any talent. That's what I was trying to say. Jesus, I don't know how it built up like that. So if that's the case, I think Pete Carroll was set up. He was set up the moment that he signed and on the dotted line. And that's the truth. You know, he was only going to get an aging Gino Smith on his last legs. That's not enough. You didn't have an O-line. So you got Ashton Genty, but we didn't know what to really do with him in the AFC West because we don't have a line. He can't block for himself. Again, his options at wide receiver were limited at best. So how good was Vegas supposed to be if everything I just gave you came to pass? Now, was this part of the plan? Because if you use your brain, ding, 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 they got the number one pick this year, and they're going to take a QB. So we know we had Geno Smith. We know we did everything to prop him up and get him over the line. Now, they're going to go after Fernando Mendoza. They're going to go after a Heisman QB. If Indiana wins the national championship, he is a lock to go to the Raiders. They have 10 draft picks altogether, the second, third, fourth rounds. They have multiple picks in the fifth and sixth rounds. And then they have those compensatory picks I spoke about prior to this, one in the seventh round as well. Now, could this have been a big pump fake to make people think that they were putting themselves in position to watch a contender when they knew they were a year away from that? Because I can hear that. I can see that probably working to that degree. Why is Tom Brady helping with the team search? I know he owns part of the Raiders and everything, but now he goes from broadcaster to half owner and he's screening guys. I don't know what that's about. Either you're going to go ahead and do broadcasting or you're going to go ahead and be an owner. You can't do both. At least in my mind. Maybe you can. Who is John Spacek? I mean, he's the general manager. And from last year, how is he able to keep his job if he hired Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly? Chip Kelly, he got fired in November. Yeah, that was his Thanksgiving meal. A big old fat juicy pink slip. He deserved it. So let me get this straight. The OC, which is Kelly, he was so bad he couldn't even finish the month of November. The head coach was fired. He was so bad he barely made it out of New Year's. But the defensive coordinator got to stay. How does any of this make sense? Usually when they fire a head coach, they usually go ahead and give everybody their walking papers, and then the guy they bring in, he usually fills up his own staff. However, whoever the Raiders are going to pick, he's inherited a defensive coordinator, a guy he does not know. He doesn't know this guy, and that's because the Raiders, with the defense, they were really middle of the league, around 14th, 15th in almost every other category. However, that was under a different head coaching system. Whoever you bring in, he's going to have his own defensive philosophy on what that should be. They're not going to let him not touch that side of the field or the ball. So again, it's like the Raiders are setting themselves up for drama. But as it stands right now, Pete Carroll is gone. Chip Kelly is gone. They have the number one draft pick this year coming out of college, and they're going to take a quarterback. So you're going to have a rookie with a year under his belt in Ashton Genty. You may have Fernando Mendoza to throw him the ball, or you need him to look at different wide receiver targets. Who are those targets going to be? What are you going to get out of free agency? There are a lot of questions. But Raider Nation, let me know how you feel. Get in the comments. It's your boy, Big Vern. Yeah, it's your boy, Big Vern. Y'all know the drill. Get in the comments. Whether you agree or disagree, let me know what's going down. It's your boy, Big Vern. We'll be back.